Hey there, I'm Kim Fuller, licensed marriage and family therapist. And if you're a parent of a child who experiences anxiety, especially during the summer months, it might be a little challenging. So I'm here to help. I know firsthand that summer can be exciting, but also a little overwhelming for kids and sometimes for parents. Today, I want to share some practical and gentle ways to create a summer routine that helps your child feel secure, supported, and ready to enjoy summer. If you're also looking for a little extra support, that's exactly what our concierge services are here for. Let's get started with the big question. That is, why do routines matter for children, especially children with anxiety? The truth is, routines give people, especially children with anxiety, a sense of predictability, something that they can count on and rely on. And that gives a sense of some safety and comfort. When life feels a little wobbly and unstable, especially during the summer months, a gentle schedule can be just the thing that gives children with anxiety a soft place to land. In our work together, at Fuller Life Concepts, we see how even small little changes in a schedule can really help to provide a lot of structure and stability for children, and they begin to thrive. They feel more safe and more confident. So here's a sample of a summer schedule that you can adapt for your family. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about creating a flexible rhythm that works for you and your child. So, for example, in the morning, you can have a gentle wake up. And if your child is going to bed around the same time, they should be waking up about the same time. You don't have to set any alarms unless there's something else going on. However, you want them to create and keep some kind of a gentle wake up time that's around the same time. You could start the day with a hug or a chat or even like a favorite song, then have breakfast together. And this is a great time to just connect and set the tone for the day. I believe that children should be involved in the teamwork of the family, and that includes having some light chores, some simple tasks for them to do. My daughter used to fold all the towels after I did the laundry. She would take the garbage and empty it into the big bin. There's always something that your child can do to help them to feel part of the team and light chores as part of their morning routine. And the important part is making sure that they get some outdoor time, especially in the fresh air. This is one of the best ways to kind of manage anxiety is to be out in the environment. Then midday is around the time for lunch and relaxation. It's a time where you can have your child help you create the menu and then even give them some opportunities to help you create the lunch. Um, Also, after lunch, it's a nice time to kind of have some quiet time, reading, and then maybe a little creativity, whether you guys are into art or music or building, something soothing. I'm sure you noticed I didn't say anything about TV or technology or
Even though it's summer, it's also okay to do things that require learning. But you can make it fun. You can do games or experiments or create stories. Then it's time for you, after you do that kind of cognitive activities where they're able to use their own imagination, then you can also allow some screen time. But you also want to limit this. And have really clear boundaries. You could say you get 20 minutes, you get 30 minutes, you get an hour, but just be really clear and consistent, right? Because like I said, one of the things that really helps for children to feel calm and safe is for there to be something predictable. So if they know every day, after they eat, they're able to have about an hour of screen time, then they're cool with it. You don't get any pushback because they can anticipate that. Then you want to check in after that and just find out how things are going, how the day is, they're experiencing the day. So wonderful afternoon.
so as evening comes, it's often time for dinner. Family dinner is a great time to share stories and to laugh and to interact and to create connections within the family. So now you move to the evening, and this is family dinner time. And once again, it's another opportunity for you and your children to maybe create a menu together and maybe even create the meal together as part of your regular routine. After dinner, it's a good time to take a short walk. It gives your body an opportunity to digest. There are other things you can do, like also maybe play a game or stories, anything that kind of helps to slow down the process so that it can begin the start of the bedtime routine. And once again, consistency is really important. Your child should go through to bed about the same time even during the summer and weekends. I know a lot of parents like to push back on that because they're thinking, oh, when I was a kid, I really didn't like that I had to go to bed early. I remember as a child, my mom was very good with routines, and my bedtime was 8 o'clock. And during the summer, the sun would be up still at 8 o'clock, and I would be in the tub and then in bed and still hear some of the neighborhood kids playing. There were times when I just didn't like that. But looking back, I really appreciated that she created a schedule. She created a routine that created a sense of calm and safety and predictability for me and my siblings. And lastly, you want to be really clear about a bedtime routine. I know it's summer and sometimes there's weekends and you're thinking, oh, they don't have to go to school. But that's not how our bodies work. Our bodies work on routines and schedules. So even during the summer and even weekends, you want to have your child go to bed at the same time. It may not have to be as rigid as it is during the school, but if you say, I want my child to be in bed around 8 o'clock, then around 8 o'clock every night, you want your child to go to bed at around the same time. Okay, here are a few activities that I enjoy that might be great for you to consider. The first is bubbles. This is one way to go outside and just be out in the fresh air and blow bubbles. It's a fun activity for you and your child to do together or with themselves. Another mindful activity would be coloring. And we often send mandala pages to children and our clients, especially with anxiety, to color. And then we include colored pencils. Why colored pencils? Because it takes a lot more energy to get the color, the saturation that you want. So using a colored pencil is a great way to create a mindful activity that is soothing and calming for your child. And then my third one is journaling. So, encouraging your child to write down their thoughts, their feelings, they can draw pictures, they can do any kind of imaging in their journal and create a system for them to do it on a regular basis. Maybe when they get up in the morning, before they go to bed, after lunch, they can choose whatever time works for them, just for them to get really consistent on doing it. Journaling is a great way. Remember, every child is unique. And that's why we have created a concierge service so that we can identify the strengths and the needs of each child and then adjust our practices to really enhance the learning and opportunities for them for emotional health. We work closely with families to create routines and schedules like what I've talked about today that fit their family and their child's needs. So if you would like the printed version of some of the ideas that I talked about today, or you would like to learn more about our high touch concierge service, click the link below and we can get started today. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and share with other parents who could use this kind of support during the summer. And if you're ready to take the next step to get additional support for your child who's experiencing anxiety, reach out. We're here for you.